say this. I don't think you ever hear anyone say they were excited to get traded to New Orleans. I wasn't. But the only thing I was excited about, boy, was rolling around in New Orleans, listening to Lil Wayne, going to every game, man. So what motivated you for obviously being in the game for
All right,
so
so
long?
go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you love the New York Knicks and you want exclusive content. N.Y.K culture, y'all. What's up? So what you just saw there was Josh Hart. He was speaking on the show with his buddy Jalen Brunson, roommates. And, you know, they both have a show that they host, the college teammates, now NBA teammates. So on the show, Josh said he doesn't think y'all will ever hear anyone say that they're excited to get traded to New Orleans. Look, that's why we love Josh Hart, man, for his honesty, spoken like a true New Yorker, all right? And I love it, man. And keep in mind, he said this to Lil Wayne, who is like an ambassador for New Orleans. So let's be fair to Josh, though. 2018-2019 season, New Orleans only won 33 games, man. Seriously? So in 22 seasons of play since the original franchise relocated from Charlotte, their overall record is 831 and 937 losses with a .470 win percentage, all right? So, with only 2 playoff victories, why would Josh Hart would have been, happy about that, all right? I know he had the front for the public, and smile in the press conference and things like that, say positive things. But, basically, New Orleans fans are talking crazy, and I knew that would happen. It was a backlash from what Josh said, of course. And I knew it was going to happen. So, look, we're going to look at their starting lineup from 2019. Lonzo Ball, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Hasn't lived up to the hype, man. Lonzo Ball was highly, hyped up by his father, his whole family, if you tell it, had his own sneakers. So, Lonzo Ball, he came to the league. He needs to develop a jump shot, mid-range, three-pointer he still hasn't got yet. And we're still waiting for that. So, and he needs to stay healthy. So we look at Drew Holiday, the NBA champion this year. He was on the team. He scored 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Modest numbers. Brandon Ingram, he's another player, top draft pick. And, he really didn't pan out that well yet. We're still waiting for him to flourish. 19.5 rebounds and 4 assists, all right? And you got Derek Favors, which is a 4/5, 6'10" guy. He's been in the league a while. 10 points, 7 rebounds. That's what he was averaging. J.J. Redick, 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been known as a shooter his whole career. Now he's the coach of L.A., which, I don't know. What has he done, man? I don't know. It's all politics in the NBA. So Josh is finally on the team, basically, that fits his game. Surrounded by all-stars on the team where he plays a big role and contributes. He has Brunson. He just got his first all-star. He's an all-NBA, man, to me, Brunson. Should have been the MVP. And I'm not glazing, as, my guy said. So basically he has Randall, the 3-time all-star, 2-time all-NBA. So he's in a better environment on a better team. That basically he contributes to a winning culture since he's been here for the year. And that's excellent, man. He's breaking records. He had career highs. He did better in the playoffs. He's an Iron Man. He's been playing 50 minutes in the playoffs. Who does that? So, a franchise like the Knicks that are 4th all-time in wins, 8 conference titles, and 5 division titles, sir. Come on. He's in a better position now. So, of course, he's going to say that. He sees the promised land in New York. So, Dejounte Murray, the former Atlanta Hawk, he just went to New Orleans. So, he has to chime in, basically. He just got traded to New Orleans from Atlanta. He says he can't relate to Josh Hart after hearing the comment from Hart, all right? Oh, what a big surprise. He has to do what he has to do. Look, Murray posted on X, which was formerly Twitter. He said that, NOLA, I've been smiling since that MF trade happened on my mama, all right? He's so passionate about it, on his mama. Let's see what he say in 2 months or so when New Orleans only wins 30 games or something, all right? Zion can't stay away. All right, so of course you're happy. You know, he's leaving a rebuilding mode in Atlanta where they was shipping out everybody. Whereas New Orleans played in the first round last year, they got knocked out. And so he's just happy to be out of that situation. That was a bad situation for him, obviously, in Atlanta. And Josh doubled back, though. He let the fans of New Orleans know that they showed love and he appreciates them. It's not personal, basically. He said he enjoyed himself riding around, listening to Lil Wayne and did what he had. He probably was getting some good food. Look, New Orleans is a party city, man. No, nothing is really wrong with it, man. French Quarters, you could get gator down there. Anything you want to eat, man. It's really nice out there. That's the culture right down there. That's the other culture. So mark your calendars, though, because December 1st, we're going to face New Orleans, but they're going to be coming to the Garden. And December 21st, we'll have to go out there to New Orleans. So I'm sure Josh Hart is going to get greeted very warmly. And I'm being sarcastic and facetious, all right? So let's talk about Kevin Durant, man. This guy can't keep our name out his mouth. He loves the Knicks, man. And that's why I say you're always talking about us. I did a video on him. You know, I said some things about you. You can look at the video. Evan Roberts says Kevin Durant is the greatest player in New York history. That's a joke. He never won anything. So Kevin Durant was on Boardroom Podcast, and he went viral for a statement about hating the Knicks. Big deal. I think he just wants attention, man. So he says, I had a Patrick Ewing jersey, and that's crazy because I ended up growing up hating the Knicks, playing for Brooklyn, end up hating the Knicks. All right? So we know hate is a form of admiration, folks. All right? He had a Ewing jersey, first of all. Keyword, he's a stan, man. I don't know what happened. He didn't get an autograph from Ewing or something. Somebody stepped on his Ewing sneakers at the Garden when he came. I don't know, man. But he's a stan. He's a clown. He's a clown cake, all right? So the real underlying issue is New York will always be a Knicks town. I think that's what he hated. He came to New York. He went to Brooklyn. He wanted to be low-key. And that's the bottom line. This is a New York town. I don't care where you are. The Knicks are what's popping, all right? So he went to Brooklyn with Hart and Kyrie, tried to form the big three, all right? They didn't win nada, all right? They didn't win nada. Kyrie bailed out on them. And what really killed them was the Knicks fans own the Barclays. When we come there, we outnumber the Nets fans, and we're louder than the Nets fans because we have a 78-year history. This is our town, all right, KD? So stuff it up your pipe, man. He wanted to be under the radar because he couldn't handle that Garden pressure. And that hits different in the crowd, all right? That hits different in the world-famous arena. You can't come to the Garden and take that pressure. He already dealt with New York press, and he couldn't deal with it. So imagine coming to the Knicks. He didn't want to do that, all right? So let's talk about some Knicks history, man. This month in Knicks history, I'm going to bring you this segment today. On August 20th, 1972, the Knicks signed Bill Bradley on a one-year deal for $100,000. That would be equivalent to $752,498 in purchasing power today, all right? So that's Bill Bradley, man. If you don't know who he is, he's one of the original Knicks champions, all right? Bradley was the 1965 draft pick that didn't join the Knicks until 1967, all right? He was busy doing other things. You know what he did? He studied at Oxford. He played professionally in Italy, overseas, and entered the Air Force Reserves before he joined them in 67. So he said he had to get some work in before he came to the Knicks, all right? So in just 3 seasons, Bradley and the Knicks won their first title, defeating the mighty Lakers with Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West and those guys in 7 games. And if I'm correct, remember that season, the Knicks had the biggest comeback in NBA history that season. They were one of the first teams to do it. They came back from 19 points in 5 minutes against the Lakers, man. It was amazing. So he would be named an All-Star also. I'm referring to Bradley, the great Bill Bradley. And He led the Knicks to another championship in 1973 before retiring in 1977. He played over 742 games as a Knick. He averaged 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1983. In 1984, the Knicks retired his number 24 jersey, making him the 4th player to have their jersey retired, with Willis Reed, Walt Clyde Frazier, and Dave DeBusschere being the other 3 that were ahead of him, okay? So, basically, he was the first player ever to win a EuroLeague title. Listen to what I'm saying. This is noteworthy. He was the first player ever to win a EuroLeague title, NBA championship, and Olympic gold medal, the great Bill Bradley. After retirement, he served 18 years in the Senate from 79 to 97. Ooh-wee. So this is another segment of N.Y.K. Culture, man. I miss you. I love your new subscribers. Keep the comments coming. We're in Japan now. We're in Mexico. And also, America is rocking, all right? So if you have anything to hit me up, NYK Culture, N.Y.K.Culture on IG. You can hit me on the email. I love the comments. Keep building with me, y'all. Eric21172 at gmail.com, man. Have a great Monday tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.